Hello everybody, welcome. I'm gonna show you an example of coaching as I promised, probably already a couple of times. You may remember we spoke about some procrastination issues at least twice, so I want to show you how coaching can help or can represent the next level help to this kind of situation. And procrastination is something that belongs to the broader concept of time management. Many of you can already know some time management techniques, which I myself was trained on these topics in the company I work for, and this is good stuff to know. It's helpful, and most of the time, but sometimes we know what to do, but still we don't do it, or we don't do it effectively. And this doesn't apply only to time management, but also to our job, to our work, our family, our personal relationship. We know what to do, we know what's wrong, we know most of what we need to fix it, but we still don't do because there is something else that is holding us back. And this is where coaching comes helpful. And I'll take also the chance in this video to share with you my vision of the difference of the coaching style that I apply and the coaching techniques that most of the industry use. But we'll get back to that later. So let me just give some context about time management. Time management is basically, it's based on the concept that you have a calendar. You need to know what needs to be done, classify on urgency and importance, and put on your calendar. And then basically, what's the concept? That you put on a calendar like this, and when you have something to do on a given time hour, you stick to that and you don't accept any interruption. No calls, no people knocking your doors, and no emails. So you close the email application, you disable the notification on your phone so you don't get distracted, you do the job. So we know what to do, and this is easy. People, schools and training company charge thousands of dollars to teach employees this kind of stuff, that you can teach in 5 minutes. But I understand, you need to give example and to give the reason behind that, and that's good learning to do. But sometimes we know what to do, but we don't do. So many coaching providers, they basically give you these tools, these techniques, like in case of procrastination, job effectiveness, they give you the skills to do some time management, and they add some accountability to you. So basically it's training plus support, real-time support and accountability. This is what many people consider coaching. My idea of coaching, I thought it was the only one when I came through this industry. I decided to learn coaching and to start helping people with coaching. My style is to try to understand why we know what to do, we know when to do it, but we still don't do it, why this happens. And I realize on my life and other people's life, this happen more often than you may think, or probably that it happened very often. And so what's the point? So the points that we do is the way we think. It's the thoughts that we have, and I'll explain you better. So let's go back to my example of procrastination. You may remember I had a couple of hard times of procrastination. One was I need to do to restyle my website, and I have some it's not my everyday job, but I have some knowledge how to fix a website, so I just wasn't doing that. And more recently, you may remember the situation when I want to record some videos like this one, and instead of doing that, I decided that night to fix the sink drain that was low. It needed to be fixed for months, but I just decide to do the day of the video recording. So why this happened? So let's do some analysis. Spoiler alert, it's all about thoughts, or it starts from thoughts. So I want to make a new video, record a video. So this is the context that we were I was recording. So at this point, to try to fix why I kept postponing this recording, I need to work on my thoughts. So these are all thoughts. What I'm gonna thoughts. I hope I spell it right. This that I'm gonna write here are all thoughts. What I could have been thinking at the moment that I needed to record the video and I didn't do it. So, for example, I was thinking about outfit. So what to wear in the video. Outfit. Fits. I was thinking about there is some glare. Worst. So outfits. I was thinking about how to present myself in the video. So how to present myself, because I was thinking, if you show yourself in a video, you want to be decent, good looking in a manner, decently looking, because sometimes I have the impression that in video on YouTube, we should show up like anchor men, that we don't wear always the same stuff, we are perfect, so like anchorman and core style. I was thinking about that. And then some other thing I could have been thinking is, so I was at home, so I do this recording at home when I don't go outside, in the yard, in the grass, to record this stuff. And children were home, so children. And what happened with children? So I'm, a little bit shy to. We are different room, but I'm a little bit shy to talk publicly, or to talk to myself probably when I'm recording this. How children, I don't know your children, how they are. My children typically say, "Hey, Dad, what are you doing? Don't speak. You look awkward. You look old. You look out-fashioned. You look boomer. Don't talk. Don't show up. Don't speak English, don't speak Italian, don't speak your language, don't speak at all." They don't want to. They're embarrassed. Sometimes adults look weird to their children, probably. So I said probably I can do the video when they're not around, so they will not be find it awkward that I'm recording video. What else I might have been thinking? Let me think. So some other thing probably, what probably most people think when they do some video. Many people, especially the introvert one. People video when people won't like. What I have to say, so what happened? What this feeling have to do with the video? Sorry, let me rewind. What these thoughts have to do with recording a video? So, and what the sync especially. So, because of these thoughts, indirectly, then I decided not to record the video, but to fix the sync. how, why? So the problem is that from these thoughts there are some feelings that come up. Feelings or emotion, whatever you want to call that. So feelings, something a little bit more abstract that that comes to you and makes you act in a certain way or not. Makes you. Let's see what could have happened. So what kind of feelings can this stuff show to me? So it could be, say, I don't know, not having the right outfit, to be embarrassed, to feel embarrassment, to the children to be awkward, feel awkward. Sorry, I don't know, some probably don't, especially probably how to present it in not adequate. Then I'll check the spelling of all this stuff later. These kind of feelings. So these feelings are completely abstract stuff, yet they control what we do. Why these feelings are important? So these feelings tend to be negative feelings, as I said, and why they come up to us. They come up to us. This is really natural stuff that happen, and this is related how our brain is wired. So this feeling come up because they protect us. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but this is the basics behind that. They need to protect us. Why? Because when we used to live in the caves, we need to have some feedback that prevented us to get ourselves in trouble. So people that don't have this feeling, probably they're psychopaths or they're reckless, and they get in trouble because they stupid tasks, they hurt themselves, they crash their cars, or they do stuff then do this. So this is important that we have this feeling, but we need to recognize when they serve us to save us, or to keep us safe, and when they don't. They then impacting our job and our everyday life. So it's not really important to see why thoughts and feeling are related here. So what is my belief is that this feeling don't come by themselves. They come from thoughts. But whether you believe this or not, it's not really relevant here. Probably you realize if this is true or not. Later with the experience. But what happens just to realize that these feelings come. So I truly believe that they come for thoughts. And why I think that's, we have the human brains generates thousands, tens of thousands of thoughts in a day. So it's like hundreds in a minute. And the reason this happens, again, is for safety, and it comes back from the cavemen and cave people, because we need to think, and thoughts tends to be negative because we need to protect. They need to protect ourselves from dangers. So when we used to live in the caves, we need to think everything that could go wrong, because we need to avoid to get. We need to protect ourselves from the danger of the jungle, from the saber-toothed tiger. So when thoughts happen, they travel around our brain, hit the amygdala, and the amygdala creates some of these emotion. And they're important because it's the feedback that create, a fight or flight or freeze response that avoid us to get in trouble at that point, or to prepare to that danger. So that's why I think that thoughts create feelings. But anyway, so we have these feelings. What has these feelings? So these feelings are uncomfortable. To avoid uncomfortable, again, the human brain tends to want to get pleasure instead of discomfort. When this happens, what's my reaction to that? So my reaction to that is, one, fix the sink. Fix the sink. Why? Because it makes me think that it's something useful. Or snacking. I'll say maybe I'll have a coffee first, so I'll be more focused on what I'm going to do, and so I'll do snack, or maybe laundry. So because of this feeling of discomfort, they say, okay, our brain in autopilot say, okay, let's optimize this. I load the wash machine, so while wash machine is working, then I can create the video. But then I didn't create the video, so it's something that was temporary, just to distract me to the video and to avoid to be uncomfortable. So what's the lesson from this situation? One is that when you need to do something important, you really need to be a little bit uncomfortable. You need to accept to be uncomfortable. To do that, you need to have awareness of what's going on, because otherwise we don't want just to shoot on our foot, but we want to be uncomfortable, but not to get too much effort on it, just when it's really not. But another way to work at this, that we should create feelings that are less uncomfortable and give us the energy to make stuff, because when we have positive feelings, blissful feelings, they gives us the energy, the caffeine that makes us do stuff without thinking about discomfort. So how do we do this? For example, we know we are having these thoughts. We know these feelings are come up and they hold us back and make us, do stuff that makes us feel better, less discomfort. So we need to create better feeling. How do we create feeling? By creating thoughts on purpose. We can create thoughts. So thoughts are spontaneous most of the time, but we can create thoughts. So just when we have our creative stuff. So what are positive thoughts that we can create? Positive thoughts. So positive thoughts can be, that I can help people by doing this video. I hope so. So you tell me if these videos actually help you. So I help people. Help people. So another thought that I actually like to be creative. So I like video making, I like to be creative in my job, I like to invent stuff, and so this is creative. And another thing that I can think, children or people will laugh at me by watching this video. I say, who cares? So what? Who cares? So what if people laugh at me? So I can realize if people find this, stupid or funny, or that I'm stupid, who cares? It's people that I probably never meet in the rest of my life, in a lifetime. So who cares? So when I think this stuff, I can create a feeling to be energized and to do the work. So again, this is very quick, oversimplified version of the coaching situation. Very, I mean, we took less than 20 minutes to do this, and probably even less. That I want to show you how we need to focus on ourselves and how we are what we do. It's not external circumstances. It's not because, I mean, I don't have the material, I don't know what to do, and sometimes we don't know what to do until we do. So it's not that not knowing prevent us to be successful at our jobs or our relationship or our funny stuff. So how this can relate to yourself? Sometimes these uncomfortable feelings. I want to give another example. Say that you need to give a proposal to your boss. I don't know, you want to propose for a raise, or you want to propose for a new idea that you had that, I mean, you want to do in a good faith, but also it can give you visibility in your company for future appraisal. So what can happen? So you can have these negative thoughts. So the boss doesn't care, doesn't listen to me, he's busy, he's gonna be disappointed because I wasted time, it's doesn't like me. We have all these thoughts. So what? Who cares? We need to realize, so what's the benefit of pissing off the boss or annoying the boss? And besides, these thoughts are all they're not truth. None of these are truths. They're beliefs. They're not truths. So whatever the boss thinks about us, so let me rephrase, whatever we think the boss thinks about us, it's speculative. It's not reality. So we don't know that until they tell us, and even though it's not even sure if they told us only because out of reaction, of anger, or because they really think that they really mean it. So in our job, many times we avoid, in our workplace, we avoid to do important stuff that they could be beneficial to the company, to our job, to our visibility, to our to what we can get from the job, because we are focused on these negative thoughts which make us uncomfortable. So to avoid the uncomfort, we do stuff. But again, sometimes we need to go out of our comfort zone to do stuff, but sometimes we don't need to. Many times we don't need to rely on being uncomfortable to do stuff. We can just generate feelings that are better, that are more blissful and more positive to do stuff. So that's why, do this exercise when you want to do something good, something that you think that it's useful to you and serves you, and you can do it. And this open a lot of possibilities to you. And I experienced this on my life, and it was amazing. So it changed my life basically. Thank you. I hope this helps. This was interesting, and I hope you find coaching and the thought analysis and the emotion connection thoughts interesting. I hope to see you next time.